Hello and welcome to World of Tanks. This is going to be a post-battle analysis of a game I've had recently in the AMX CDC, which is a Tier 8 French premium medium tank. I will be pausing this replay intermittently to help explain my thought processes and the actions I take during this match. To hope that there's maybe something somebody will be able to gain from it. So without further ado, let's get started. First thing I noticed as I load into the game is that both sides are very heavily composed of tanks that are big, slow, and well armored, which means that most of the fighting is going to be going on in the city. Tanks like my CDC that are fast and lightly armored tend to favor open areas where they can use their view ranges and they can snipe while staying hidden, because such tanks typically have good camo factors. And if you get spotted in such a lightly armored tank, you had no hope of bouncing a shell. So what I'm going to want to do is go towards the city, which is kind of unfavorable, but at the same time I don't want to completely invest myself in the city, because I feel like if I go out to the field, my gun will be useless, because I don't anticipate many tanks going that way. However, there could be something, so I'm going to want to command this E5, F5 area. This Cromwell B is going out to the field I'm going to try to use him to spot something, so I'm going to want to look out through these windows and see if he sees anything, but he doesn't seem to spot anything, so I'm going to want to move up. And now I'm just going to sit this corner and hope something turns the corner over here. I'm thinking maybe it'll be a heavy tank or a Jag Tiger, so I'm going to want to keep my gun where I think the driver will be and track him. But instead the LTTB pokes out and I'm able to get a shot at him. Unfortunately, he misses his. And now I'm going to back up, but I'm going to start taking fire from the E25. I know it's the E25 because of the rate of fire and the amount of damage he puts out, and you can hear shells hit the wall in the back. But because I know now that the E25 is all the way still out in their spawn, and the LTTB moved all the way up here into the city, they likely do not have anything out in the field. So there's really nothing to worry about, but I'm still going to dump a shot into a pretty common area where I think somebody might be. Don't know if it hits anything, don't really care. But I'm going to try to start to turn my attention back now towards the city, and where this VK is specifically. He poked out, so I'm going to hope he pokes out again. I'm going to try to reverse side scrape out him. It's probably the wrong word to use. The CDC doesn't side scrape anything because it has no armor, but it's good to keep your rear to the wall like this, so that way if you need to run, you can run. You don't have to turn around. And so I'm able to put a shot through these boxes and hits the VK in the tracks. Doesn't do any damage to him, but I fire another shell and you'll notice this doesn't hit the wall in the back, so I know that hit him and I know that did damage. So I'm still going to want to use this wall right now because I'm worried about the artillery. I have no idea where he is. And I'm just going to start looking for targets of opportunity. And as I say that, poking out my rear like that is a bad idea because the CDC is very big and it's quite an arty maggot. And here's that E25 that I was talking about. I'm able to put a shot in him and track him, but he repairs and disappears before I'm able to fire another. So I'm going to want to move up and take out this VK before he runs off. Jag Tiger turns the corner, and if I realize, so I'm going to want to back off because I cannot move forward anymore because the Jag Tiger's going to be looking this way. But you'll see now there's also this friendly Jag Tiger over here. They're going to proxy spot each other, and what tends to happen, I've found with puppies, is you don't want to take hits. They don't want to be the ones to make a push. So they're going to keep each other at bay, so I don't need to really worry about the Jag Tiger poking forward and chasing me down. So now I'm kind of stuck. I can move back up and change positions, but this is a good place for my gun to be at, I think. And I don't want to run around. I can't really run around in a city because I would be decimated because I cannot trade well. So I'm going to want to sit here and look for targets of opportunity. I'm able to take one to this Hellcat that's all the way down over here, and see if I can put another into his turret very cheekily over the rubble right there. And now I realize that the Jag Tiger isn't spotted anymore, and this LCTB is a one-shot. I'm going to want to move up and take him out, but I need to worry about this Jag Tiger. So I'm going to take a curious peek, see if the Jag Tiger's there. He's not. and this tells me that I'm safe to move up and take out this LTTB. And also there's a couple more tanks in the field, E25, AT8. I'm going to try to help out my teammates over here. The E25 looks like he's going to be taken care of. So I'm going to try to focus on this AT8. First shot hits him in the tracks, and my second shot will hit him in the side. And he gets finished up from the Ag Tiger. So now I'm going to want to move into the city. I still don't want to move out to where all the buildings are because I can't really run around them all too well. Looking for target opportunity. Hit the AT-15, try to aim for the tracks and miss someone. And now this Churchill 7 is still over here. And the Churchill 7 I'm worried about because while he doesn't have the penetration or the alpha of his gun to really be a danger to my tank, which has no armor, he can very easily out-DPM me and make mincemeat of my tank. You see that second shot, the IS-3 just hit the wall. So I'm going to want to move up and try to flank the Churchill, but the Churchill's moving up and he's ignoring me anyways. So I'm going to put a shot in him and try to move around him. I want to get in front of him so his turret, you'll see it kind of shook there for a moment. He was wanting to move around the other way, and that's what I was hoping for, so I could keep his gun as far away from me as possible. But it doesn't really matter, I'm going to kill him anyways. And now I'm going to want to move up and help out the teammates over here. See, this IS-3 and this Ag Tiger over here are tunnel visioning right now. I'm going to want to focus the IS-3 first because he has a turret and he'll be able to turn around quicker than the Ag Tiger will. First shot didn't do anything, second shot tracks him, but he repairs and moves up. Doesn't matter, I'm able to kill him anyways. Now I want to focus on this Ag Tiger. He's going to start to turn, and he's going to also provide some very nice cover for this AT-15 that's all the way down over here. So I'm going to want to stay behind him while keeping him tracked. So the AT-15 will always be. And the AT-15 does ignore me. He's trying to focus on this OHO. And don't quite know where to shoot. Trying to aim for the manlet. Doesn't pen. And this OHO's going to die. And you see now that this Ag Tiger 88 coming down. It's basically just me and this Panther against 4 well-armored tanks that can. They don't really have the alpha, but they have the DPM to make mincemeat of my CDC, so I'm going to want to get out of here. KV-5 seems to want to be chasing me down, and the Ag Tiger tries to put a shot in, but you also realize that the 1357 on our team is capping, so that's going to draw their attention away, hopefully. And it's at this point, as I'm running around and looking for something to do, I realize that I kind of abandoned our Panther 88, so I'm going to load APCR to help him out with the Ag Tiger, but typical me, hit him in the gun. And now the Ag Tiger is going to turn and have a better target on me. Don't quite hit the drive wheel, but still damage is damage. This KV-5 is poking out. And as I said with the 1357 who was capping, see the KV-5 drives right past me, so he's not focused on me, he's focused on the AMX capping. So I'm going to put auto aim on him, and I am going to try to put the hills of this terrain between me and the KV-5 and make myself a harder target for him to shoot. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm not too focused on where I'm shooting, but I see the KV-5 moves his gun towards the 1357, so that's when I move over the hill and shoot him. But he's able to get a shot at me anyways. And now you got these 3 slow TDs. There's no way they'll be able to get to the cap and stop in time. So at this point, it's basically about staying alive. And I see I'm 1 kill away from Bradley Walters. So and I know I can take a hit from one of them. So I'm going to want to move around, try to find one of the low health tanks and get a shot into it. Just barely run right by the AT-15. So I'm able to back up and put a shot into his cupola, get my Bradley Walters, the AMX caps, and we win this. So, quick look at the post-game stats. See, we got a mastery badge, Bradley Walters medal, high caliber, Top Gun. Got a whole lot of credits for that game, which is really fortunate, and I was running a premium count, so I was able to secure a nice amount of experience too. Just looking at the VK real quick, notice that we only got 1 shot into him, which was the kill shot. So unfortunately, that second shot through the when he disappeared momentarily, like the shot before, it didn't do any damage to him. Looking at the team score, notice that I got over 4,300 damage, which is very nice for this sort of matchmaking. See that on both sides, both teams didn't really do too well. It was mostly me and this Panther that were carrying the game for our team. And on their side, see, KB5 definitely carried the game for their team, but he wasn't alone. Each with the AT-15 and the IS-3 also helped him out quite a bit. I fired 31 shots, 27 of them hit, 20 of them penetrated. I damaged 11 vehicles out of 8 I was able to kill. And taking into account repairs, I only walked away with 110,000 credits, which is still very nice, nothing to complain about. And something else to take note of is that the battle duration was only 7.5 minutes, so that was a very fast-paced game for it to be over so quickly and get so much done in. So yes, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hope there was something someone was able to take away from this. And don't know, maybe do more of these in the future. Until next time, I guess.